You are welcome to Messiah Revelation Ministry. For those who are members of this channel, I promise that I will do an analysis of the 2020 US presidential elections. And I said I'll wait until November the 3rd, 2020, the election date for the Americans presidential elections. And you have all seen what went on before the elections and after the elections. The 2020 US presidential elections gives us an opportunity to understand spiritual discernment, to know whether what people say, whether they are prophets or they are pastors, whether they are from God or not. So we are using this opportunity to look at what the so-called prophets said before the elections regarding who will win the elections. In Deuteronomy chapter 18 verse 22, we have the Deuteronomy test. If a prophet says something that doesn't come to pass, then it is something that was not from the Lord. And 1 John chapter 4 verse 1 also mandates us to test our spirits to see whether they are from the Lord or not. With regard to who will win the 2020 US presidential election, there were a lot of prophecies which were discussed, and let's go through some of them. The first one, Pat Robertson, a televangelist, he predicted that President Trump will win the elections and he will have a second term, and then after that there will be war, and there will also be 5 years of peace. The war definitely would come during Trump's second term. Did it come true? Obviously not. The second so-called prophet is Mark Taylor. He is a firefighter in the United States. He predicted in 2011 that Trump will be president in 2016. It came true. He predicted that in 2018 there will be red tsunami, indicating that the Republican Party will win majority of seats in the US Congress. It did not come true. So that prophecy was false. And Mark Taylor also predicted that President Trump will be re-elected for a second term in 2020, and that has not come true. There's another prophet called Clement. A lot of Americans believe in him. He predicted that President Trump will be president and he will be a president for 8 terms. Clement is dead. Unfortunately, he's not alive to see the veracity of what he said, whether what he said was true or not. The next is a prophet that came on a show of Sid Roth. It's supernatural. It's a program in the US, and that pastor, he said that the Lord spoke to him that there will be a November 2nd surprise. On November 2nd, 2020, the day before the elections, there will be a large wave of white liberals who will vote for Trump, and there will be a large wave of African Americans who will vote for Trump. And because of that, Trump was going to win. Obviously, after November the 3rd, President Joe Biden is now the president-elect. And so that prophecy from regarding November 2nd surprise didn't come true. And the next prophet who also talk about the 2020 election is Sadhu Sundar Sevaraj. He's a prophet from India. In 2016, he predicted that Trump would be elected president. It came true. In 2020, he was very careful. He said that Trump will triumph in 2020. He did not specifically say that Trump is going to win. He was very careful, but all his preachings indicated that he believed that Trump will win second time. He organized a 3-week fast for Trump. He also asked people to pray for Trump between November 3rd and January 20th, 2021, the day when Trump will be sworn in as the president of United States. And he also said that 3 angels have been dispatched to protect President Trump. And he also said that the Lord told him to deliver a special message to America that Trump is his choice and they will vote for him. If they don't vote for him, then God will judge United States. He said all those things, and Trump, as at the time of making this video, has filed challenges in the court claiming that the 2020 elections were fraudulent, and he is contesting that. So I guess you have to wait until January 20th, 2021 to examine the veracity of the various prophecies. But I will say that Sadhu Sundar Sevaraj, a prophet from India, has made so many claims, and I will have to devote a special video on him regarding his prophecies on Donald Trump and also the destiny of the United States. As at now, we have to wait until what the courts will say regarding the challenges to the U.S. elections, challenges that have been filed in the court by President Trump and his legal team, challenging the results of the elections, and that have seen Joe Biden being declared as the president-elect of the United States, who will hold the mantle as the 46th president of the United States. T.B. Joshua is a famous prophet from Nigeria. He prophesied that there will be a new president, and he will not comment until after the inauguration of a new president in January 2021. Obviously, he is claiming victory, that he has correctly predicted that there will be a new president in the United States. The same T.B. Joshua, the prophet from Nigeria, predicted that he saw a woman sitting in the White House in 2016. Obviously, the polls were predicting that Hillary Clinton was going to win the U.S. elections in 2016, and T.B. Joshua also falsely prophesied that Hillary Clinton will win. Hillary didn't win in 2016, and in 2020, T.B. Joshua is saying that he saw a new president who will be inaugurated on January 2021. And so in 2016, obviously, T.B. Joshua claimed that the Lord was speaking to him when he made that false prophecy about Hillary Clinton. And this year, he's saying that there will be a new president in January 2021. We have to remember that the fact that somebody predicts an event and it comes true doesn't mean that that person is from God, because Satan's agents using divination and occult rituals will be able to predict events. And remember that presidential elections, particularly America's presidential elections, provides an opportunity for agents of Satan to predict so many things, and the purpose is to win a lot of following. And of course, if somebody is able to prophesy who will win America's election, definitely that person will get a lot of following, and also probably a lot of money. And this is what happened in 2020 with so many prophets. They were preparing to win a lot of followers. They were preparing to increase their prophetic profile in the spiritual realm, and also to gain a lot of acceptance and respect, prestige, whatever. So you saw a lot of prophets and prophetess predicting so many things, and most of them were predicting that Donald Trump will be re-elected. Paula White, he's a spiritual advisor to President Trump. In January 2017, when Trump was first inaugurated as president, Paula White was among those pastors who were in the White House laying their hands on the new president. Definitely he predicted that President Trump will be re-elected for a second term, and as at now, Joe Biden is declared the president-elect. It means that Paula White's prophecy did not come true. We are all waiting until January 2021 to see who will be inaugurated as the president of the United States, so that there will be this discussion will come to a final conclusion. In 2020, you saw Paula White and the pastor, American pastor, evangelical, praying very hard and commanding angels from Africa and South America to come and help President Trump. Angels, of course, God's angels are around the throne of heaven, and is the commander-in-chief, God, Elohim, who commands his angels. So I'm surprised to hear Paula White commanding angels, not from heaven, but from Africa, to come to the United States and help President Trump to be re-elected. That is not right, and I don't feel that Paula White can command angels from anywhere. Of course, if you were commanding angels from the dark kingdom, then I will understand. But it is the authority of Elohim to command his angels from heaven, and he will command his angels to do whatever he wants them to do. And if he wanted Donald Trump to win with regard to Paula White commanding angels from Africa and South America to come and help President Trump win elections in America, we have to discern whether the angels she was calling are God's angels or angels from the dark kingdom. I've already made a video that during the inauguration of President Trump in January 2017, some of the pastors who laid their hands on Trump and who prayed for Donald Trump, they were not pastors doing the will of God. And one of them is a pastor from Africa who has churches in America, in Europe, and Africa, who calls himself an archbishop. He was specifically invited by Paula White to come and be part of Donald Trump's prayer team are those pastors who lay their hands on Trump. This Archbishop is someone who the Lord has revealed that he is from the dark kingdom, and he has a lot of occult powers on so many different occasions, in visions and dreams and in open visions. The Lord has revealed to me that he is an agent of the dark kingdom, and he was one of those pastors who were invited to pray for Donald Trump during the first inauguration in January 2017. And all of them were expecting that Donald Trump will be re-elected for a second term, and it has not come true yet. And based on Deuteronomy chapter 18 verse 22, if what a prophet or a pastor says doesn't come true, then the Lord has not said that. So in testing all spirits, we can conclude that so many things were said in the name of the Lord. In fact, Sadhu Sundar Sevaraj specifically said that the Lord gave him a special message to convey to Americans that Donald Trump is his man, he's a Cyrus, and he wants Donald Trump to be in office to complete assignments given to him. So if Donald Trump didn't win, and if the courts are not able to put Donald Trump in power come January 2021, then all these prophets spoke from their own spirits, and we can conclude that they are false prophets. So this is our preliminary analysis of the spirit of discernment that we have to have in the last days. We are approaching the end of days, and false prophets will arise to deceive so many people, and they will say so many things. Some of them will come true, some of them will not come true, but their intention is to deceive so many people so that they will lose their salvation. This is Messiah Revelation Ministry, spreading the word of the Lord to all the four corners of the earth. And I am telling you to be alert and pray for spiritual discernment, because the famous prophets and the pastors who predict so many things will be the same people who will lead people to hell. That's why Jesus said in Matthew chapter 24 verse 4 that we should not let any man deceive us, not any prophet, including those prophets who falsely predicted that President Trump will be re-elected in 2020. Thank you for this message. Please hit on the notification button so that we'll be able to update you when we have videos uploaded into the system. Thank you very much.